Diana Garcia Padilla. I am the co-owner of Yahweh All Natural Farming Garden and the founder of Hope for Small Farm Sustainability. We are farmer-to-farmer trainers and mentors in sustainable farming. We learned our farming through the Yahweh All Natural Farming Garden, which is farming, ranching, and forestry. We're in the Rio Grande Valley. We focus on minority and veterans and socially disadvantaged families to teach them how to become sustainable or start their own farm. Why do we do this? Because we need farmers. We get grant funding to help the farmers, and most of our services are free. Remember, if you want to become a farmer, my contact information is going to follow. Give me a call, and if you have any questions, we'll feel free to ask them, and we'll do the best we can to answer them. Thank you.
That last video you saw was Diana Padilla, who she and her husband have a farm and an organization that's here in the Valley. And they were scheduled to be on the itinerary for today, and unfortunately they had to change their plans. We didn't want to not have them on the program because they're a great set of people. They have a great organization, and their organization, the one she mentioned, Hope for Small Farm Sustainability, it's a nonprofit organization that assists socially disadvantaged farmers. So again, we didn't want to not include them. So we worked it out, and we're going to show you a video that they produced. They have a live stream lessons, and Mr. Padilla, Saul, he made this one last month. The video demonstrates how to graft an avocado tree. It includes their contact information at the end, so you can reach out to them if you'd like more information about what you're going to see in the video.
Hello guys, my name is Saul Padilla. I'm from Yahweh Farm, and today we're going to show you a little bit how we do stuff here in the farm. And what we do is grafting trees, and it's to reduce the time for the tree to produce. So before we start all that, we're going to show you how we clean our tools and the tools that we use. We're gonna show you first these little pruners. That's to cut the trees and the branches that we're gonna use. This one I sharpened already. I use this little diamond stone just to sharpen it, and that way it's real sharp. And this is the two tools that I use the most. And then this one is the best one to do the pruning. They do like kind of precision cutting, and then we do the grafting. Another thing that I really like to show you is these things. This one actually come with this tool, and this is to write the type of tree that you graft. So another thing that we use is this little plastic is to wrap the cutting that we do, and then the pencil and a little knife. But before we do all that, we use some alcohol and a paper towel to sanitize everything. Kind of sterilize. That way they're clean. And if you do like me, that I use these pruners to cut a lot of stuff, a lot of trees, you don't want to bring some disease or something to the new trees that you're doing. So what I do, I just put some alcohol and clean it real good, and I do that in all of it. That way they're clean, and clean, and it smells good. They smell clean. Like that. And this little knife, even if that's new, I'm gonna clean it because it's kind of old. It's new, but this start getting old. It's kind of a little bit rust. They've been in the garage for a long time, but it works. Oh, another thing that I'm gonna show you that I use is this little plastic bag. I use this one after I harvest it. After I cut it and I do the grafting, I put these in the new branch to keep the humidity even, and that way they don't get wet either. So they protect the new branch from the water. That way they don't get wet, and they keep the humidity real nice.
Okay, so why is today a good
Okay.
reason?
Okay, guys. I like to do all the grafting, castrating pigs or animals in the full moon. Why the full moon? Because I have way better success in the full moon. For some reason, they say when you cut something in the full moon, they heal better and they work better. So I remember my grandpa even to cut the poles. I mean, he always cut it in a full moon and they last forever. There's still some poles in there that's like almost 50 years old. So I like to do all the cutting in full moon, and they work real good for me. And today is a full moon, so we're gonna do this video, and then later on we're gonna show you how good the new branches that we put in these trees work. This one, I do the grafting in March 30, 2020, this year, and they fell. But the tree don't die. When you cut it, you put the new branch and everything. If the new branch don't grow, the tree grow another branch, and then you go back and redo it. And this one is a brand new. They don't have nothing. I never cut these. I never grafted. So this is the branch that we're gonna put in this one. This is a tree that already producing avocados. So this is a baby tree, and now we put in an adult branch in there. That way they confuse, they start producing avocados in last years. Then if we leave it like that, they take like 8 years to produce. So we're gonna start with this guy. And the first one that we're gonna do it with this little tool that they cut the branch and they do the connection real nice. But before we do that, we're just gonna cut these right there because we don't need this part. This part is we don't need it. So if you do your cuttings and they're gonna take you a few minutes before you start or more than a few minutes, it's good to put it in a wet soil. That way they don't dry and they don't die. And another thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna select the branches that they look healthy to do the grafting. This avocado is kind of losing the leaves. So right now it's a good time to do the grafting because pretty soon they're gonna start growing new leaves. So I'm removing all the leaves. That way they don't take nutrients from the little branch that we're gonna graft. The best way to do the grafting is finding the same thickness of the tree. Okay, this is the tree that you're gonna graft. You wanna same thickness of the other branch that you're gonna put. This is not the same, but they still work. And we can do it like in that one right there. You see, that's almost the same. So we can do the grafting in this. And if we do this right here. Okay, this is the let me show you with another one. This one I'm not gonna use this one. How we're gonna make it work. Okay, this is the tree. So what we do is we cut it like this. And okay, Now this is the tree. This is the tree like that. So what we do is with the branch that we're gonna put, they're gonna be this one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna match that right there. That's why it's important that they're the same thickness. You see, you pretty much not even see where it's cut. So this how we're gonna do it. But we're gonna use this branch and we're gonna put it in that one, like that. So we gotta do this little cutting. And you can do it either or like that. If this is the tree, you can do it like this too. But I always prefer to do these like that because this is the kind of like the male, and this is sitting, so they're gonna hold the weight. When you put it like that, they're gonna hold the weight, and they usually grow better, and they work a little better than if you do it the other way. So I'm gonna do the cutting in this one. You gotta find right at the center and then do the cutting. Alright? Now you do the same thing, and the best way to do it is setting up this right next to the one that you just cut, and then put it the same way, and then you do the cutting in this one. Now you see, you got the female on there. A little bit. This is the perfect connection right there. That's what you want right there. They connect to all the use the, how do they call that? Well, that's kind of like the blood of the tree. They're gonna go and they're gonna start supplying this new branch. Now I put it like that. How you protect it is you use this little tape. This is a real good tape. They stick, they seal real nice. So what I like to do is I like to start at the bottom and then pull it, turn it, and seal it real good. Because you don't want water to go in there, but you also don't want the little branch to move. This one, they take like 2 or 3 weeks for you to know if they're gonna live. Now, this one, there's like when you go to the hospital and you get surgery, so you gotta stay in the hospital or in the house. Like you're not gonna work, you're not gonna do a lot of stuff. So the same thing with this tree. This tree, they're not gonna be moved around. They're gonna stay in a place in the greenhouse where nothing is gonna bother this tree. Not even to move it from one place to another. So that way nobody touched this branch after today. So here's where you gotta go real good and tight. This is where you seal the new cutting. If air go in there, the little branch where we made the cut, they're gonna dry and they're gonna die. But with the plastic, this plastic is really good. They seal and not even water go in there. So they take a little bit for the I'm gonna call it blood, tree blood to go to the top, but the plastic gonna keep it the way they're not gonna die. So if they stay alive for 15 days, they make it. And we got a tree that they're gonna produce in 2 or 3 years. if I leave that tree like that without doing this, they're gonna take 5 to 8 years, sometimes even more. Okay, so I already do that. What I like to do is I like to cut these ones a little shorter, the ones that I cut a little wrong. Now, how big I make the little branch, or the branch that I'm putting it, I don't like leave it real long or real short. This one, if I don't have a lot of branches, I can get 2 from this one and I can cut it right there, and they still work. But we're gonna leave it like that because we got the tree, so we don't need to do a lot. Okay, now that I already do the grafting, that one this is ready to go. I got this little label that I put when I did it last time. It's the same avocado, I just gonna change the date. This one I make it in March 30, 2020. So to do that, I just put the pencil like that and a little wet soil and erase these. So today is December 1st, so 12/1/2020. There's the same type of avocado, so I just put it back in here. Okay, this is the other thing that I told you that I like to protect the little plant, the little branch that I put in there. So these little plastic, I'm gonna cover in there. And I like to cover it all the way there. Then in the top, what I do is I kind of open it like that, and then I fold it a little bit down like that. And with this knife, I make a little hole in the bottom, and I make a little cut, just a little cut like that, and then I fold it like this. That way they breathe a little bit. The moisture stay in there real nice and even, the humidity, but the water don't go in there, don't get the whole thing wet. So that's how I like to keep it. This one is ready, and in 2 weeks we should know if they work.
Again, that was a video made and provided to us by Saul and Diana Padilla with Yahweh All Natural Farm and also with Hope for Small Farm Sustainability. I know they're open to talking with farmers, so feel free to reach out to them at any time.